Okay, stream's up. I just need to put it where it needs to go. Then we can get started.
All right.
What? Hold on, guys. They put an ad before you can get into the app, which is really weird choice. Okay, for now we will get started without the eyes of the larger world on us. Maybe it'll start working
Sorry,
later.
Vietnam and Ivory Coast.
I noticed I'm
Vietnam.
scared.
Well, hopefully, the Vietnam and Ivory Coast catch the replay.
So shout out to y'all, man.
All right. Well, good morning once, good morning twice, good morning enough times to get things right. This is session episode 39 of World Breakers. As the UGAI continue their investigation into the missing persons case that they have picked up, looking for one Del Rey, that seems to have expanded into the case for who created and set the golems free on the city. At the moment, all leads seem to be pointing towards Del Rey and her former co-apprentice, Punts, as being the culprits. The UGAI went to speak with their former artificing master, one Patron Maestron, about his ex-students. He wasn't very helpful, as he did not think they had the talent or skill to create something like you were describing. Though after some convincing, you made him check in some kind of magical device that seemed to catch when magic was cast. And he realized that his mind had been altered by his former students, and he had been forced and tricked into teaching them more advanced methods than he realized. At this realization, he seemed to show a bit of pride in his students, though he still did not feel like he had any responsibility for the damage and fallout of their current actions, as he had weeks since cut them loose. Um, he did not seem to want to help with any investigation, and he could not imagine what flaws they would make, since they are flaws he himself would not succumb to. He is too talented to imagine the shortcomings of others. The group wasn't well received by the group, as the group was a little aggressive, we'll just call it, in response to that, and made it clear that they felt he should take some responsibility here. He did inform them that if they came back to his shop with the same kind of attitude, they may find it hard for them to leave. The group went about their way, stopped by Harry Dresden's house to update him on the situation and the crossing of the cases as it seemed. He informed the group of where the Ungart estate was, so they could go question the family, or if they got lucky, run into Punts. The group made their way there, were unable to find Punts, but did find his family, the eldest sister and brother being the ones currently responsible for most of the family, as the parents are off working and busy. They did not seem overly concerned about young Punts, though they did realize that your appearance must mean that he was either dead or in jail. Through a quick conversation, you realize that he's always had the need to prove himself, that he wasn't really buying into the family creed of just being good enough to get by and be solid. And they had quite the estate and have made quite the name for themselves as being reliable. But reliability is all they offer. And the family itself has spread into most fields, and young Punts wanted to try something new. They did point you in the direction of the back house, which operated as his workshop, and you were allowed free entry to go in and check that out. Upon which you discovered some tools, a work shed, pretty much got a vibe for what he was working on, as well as going through the upstairs bedrooms, finding the deed of sale for a property in the thought to be closed down Bloodkith district, as well as instructions on how to access it, along with receipt of a loan of 98 platinum, which we had a long discussion and realized that it's quite the sum of money. To live modestly, you could live 2.5, almost 3 years on that sum. I forgot what we decided the real what equivalent was, but maybe 90K or something like that. But those are the major points. Anything anyone wants to add? The Pi app's back up, so I'm going to put that in there before we begin.
Shout out Vietnam. Shout out Ivory Coast.
Yeah, I haven't dropped it in just yet.
Let me know when you do. That's all I got to add.
Okay, D&D 5E, post, pin, boost, share. Okay, I think we're good to go. Oh no, wait, that's not the right link. Sorry guys, a few more minutes and we'll be good. For some reason it shared a clip and not the actual link, which is odd. First time I've seen that happen. Should be a quick fix. Or not, and we'll just move on. Okay. Importantly, after discovering a chest under a bed which contained the deed of sale for a different property, Pheno did trigger a trap which animated 3 what appeared to be empty suits of armor. They quickly hopped up and attacked the group, though were very swiftly defeated. One strike after another, not even getting to these creatures' turns. The threat put down, the house thoroughly searched. We jump back into session with the UGAI still in the building. Let me go ahead and share it so you can see for those who like.
I do have one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
We stole a magic wand.
That's right.
Oh, yes, you did rob. We look like an apprentice wizard.
Yes, I didn't have my notebook with me. Oh, yeah, let me add that.
Ryan, did you mention that in the notes we found that pretty much we saw the trajectory of where they went from they were going to enchant like armor itself to just like enchanting a like it wasn't putting an enchantment, it was like creating it, pretty much like further solidify the whole golem thing. I don't know.
I did not mention that. No, that was the crux and heart of the notes, that they went from simply trying to do a classical, well, you gotta know much about artificial, simply trying to enchant armor to trying to enchant something more lively and more moldable, with the ambition to essentially replace or become the fighting force for Craghammer and or the Elestrian fight against the Fae in the Feywild. Very, very large ambitions. But that is where we'll pick up. You will all still in Punch's workshop. What would you all like to do?
we're alone, right? Actually,
Yes,
no,
it's
I'll
just,
fix it.
Okay.
it's just the group.
Love you.
Why is it not loading?
Did everyone do investigation already?
Yes, it's been thoroughly investigated. Thoroughly investigated, everything of worth taken that everyone wanted to take. All clues, it seems, discovered.
What didn't we find something about another property?
Yes, you found the
Yeah.
essentially the receipt of deed of a property in the closed district of Bloodkith, which is Dish 2 in the south. And you also found written instructions on how to enter that district.
Right.
That is probably where they are located.
Yes, we should go.
Okay. Let me grab the people and you guys will start making your way on out. You guys also were having a discussion about whether you should tell his larger family about the large sum he seems to have borrowed.
I think we said we would wait on that, though.
I believe that was the final decision, yes.
Yeah, we don't want to crush their spirits unless we had to.
We'll have
He borrowed he borrowed money from the banking house of Valent and Bulk.
What?
As you all make your way out, Fino, with your 23 passive perception, you do notice there is a bird on the main estate that just seems to be sitting there kind of looking at you all. It seems to have also been there when you first arrived, or you didn't pay it much mind at that time.
Okay. I say to the group, I think that bird is a spy. Maybe for him. Maybe not.
How big is the bird?
Very small. Looks maybe hummingbird size.
I turn to Feely and I produce the snake that I keep around my arm. Feely, do you think that Finro could drop my snake for him on top of that bird?
Yeah.
He's not poisonous. We'll wrap him up, and we can grab him.
Is Sabet still traveling with us?
Is who?
Who?
Sabet?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, can Sabet just drop it on it?
I was kind of hoping he could like teleport and surprise it. I feel like if we try to fly up to it, it's just gonna fly away.
True.
Brian, how far is the hummingbird from where we are?
It is. Well, it's 25 feet up to begin with. It's about 40 feet from you. That's a little further than your teleporting range for Finro.
Yeah, it would work.
All right, so what we'll do is I'll produce Finro. And I instruct Finro to do what? I instruct Finro to grab the snake.
Yes.
And to fly, move towards a distance that will allow it to teleport and drop the snake on the hummingbird.
How far can you teleport?
Creep up with him.
30 feet.
Okay.
Unless I'm lying to the pit. No, it's 30. Hold up. I gotta just write this stuff down.
I think it's 30.
Okay. I think its movement speed is 30. And that's what I was confusing it with.
Okay. So you
Running
summon.
this snake around for like 5 days, and I haven't fed him one time. I'm like counting on him being hungry.
So you summon Finral. He comes over. You give him the snake. Explain what you want to happen, and Finral flies his way over to get in position to bamf up.
15. It's 15 feet, Brian.
15 feet.
15.
Another teleportation.
So he can.
Its movement speed is 30 feet.
Okay.
And it can fly.
So it'll get next to the building and fly up. Let's see. Fly up 15 feet. That way it can teleport the rest of the way. Roll. You tell me. Performance or stealth, as you guys have been doing this process, and the hummingbird is just kind of looking at you all while it's happening.
Let's see. Performance or
I mean, he's already looking at us.
Yeah, he's looking at
I
you the
would
whole time.
say performance.
My performance is only +1, but my stealth is +2. So I'm gonna do stealth.
Okay, I'll allow it. Kind of slyly hand the snake off and. Oh, that's a 9. As Finral flies up to the building and flies vertically to try to get up there, the hummingbird kind of flies over to the edge, looks, and then just flies up higher.
And we still can't teleport into flying creatures yet. I mean, we can't transform into flying creatures yet, can we?
You'd have to tell me. I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Okay.
But I mean, you do still have a flying compatriot that could fly.
Yeah,
all right, I just tell yeah, all right, at this point, Finral, just grab that sucker.
I meant Sabet, but Finral could make a grab.
Yeah.
Oh, no, well. Sabet can.
So what's Sabet's speed? Sabet's speed's like 50 feet, isn't it? Or 40?
I want to say it's like something like that. Let me double check.
He's got higher than normal, I think. A bit less inconspicuous, but for some reason the stream will not load.
Level 8.
What,
okay.
the stream?
Yeah.
I'll turn it off and turn it back on.
Oh, hold up. I'm looking at my spell list.
What is fly speed? 50?
Everybody has their own speeds.
Our main goal is to just capture this thing, right?
He asked the group.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I cast Earthbind.
What does Earthbind do?
Range. Choose one creature you can see within range. The range is 300 feet. Yellow strips of magical energy loop around the creature. The target must succeed on a strength saving throw, or its flying speed, if anything, is reduced to 0 feet for the spell's duration. An airborne creature affected by the spell safely descends at 60 feet per round until it reaches the ground. Their spell ends.
Ooh.
Okay. What's the saving throw for that?
Saving throw 15.
Strength too. That's a nice one. I like that, man. Good. It's a good spell.
It's a great spell. Yeah. Okay. As
Didn't the time? Never mind. I'm sorry. I'm thinking out loud.
Yes, they did, Manny. So, as the hummingbird begins to fly up and away from Finroll, Philly, seeing this, just scraps that plan and casts Earthbind as these yellow, was it vines you said, I think? Yellow tendrils or something.
Mm-hmm.
Reach up, wrap around the hummingbird, and pull it to the ground. How long does the spell last?
Hold up. 1 minute.
Okay. Well, the bird is currently trapped on the ground. What are you all doing?
Keep him around here, yo. Fuck him up. Fuck him up.
Pick him up and stick him in the bag for now.
You can.
He's
Yeah,
gonna
certainly
die. Because there's no air in the bag, right?
Bag of holding? No, there's no air.
Haversack of
Oh, the haversack? No, no air.
Okay, maybe not.
Can we just put them in a bag with holes in it?
I'm not putting holes in my haversack of holding.
A regular sack?
Does anybody have a regular sack?
I feel
Is
confident
that-
there's
well-
at least a sack or two amongst you.
Can we just slip back in to the workshops? Feel we're alone. We can
Absolutely.
take a closer look at this thing.
Yeah. Who's grabbing it?
I'll hold it. It's my
I think I
spell.
will, since it's
I'll hold it.
his snake is currently wrapped
Sure.
around it.
I'm gonna hold it, right? And if I notice anything weird happening, I'm going to cast. I'm gonna hold Entangle to cast on it. Okay,
Is that a cantrip or a leveled spell?
level 1. How long would that last?
Oh, you get
Like me
6
holding
seconds to cast it.
Never mind.
You get 6 seconds. I mean, if that's what you want to cast, if something happens, then it'd be Dex versus Dex to see how quickly you can get it off. But you'll have.
All right, I'll do
ready.
that then.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. So it's currently bound to the ground. Give me a strength or athletics check as you grab the thing.
Okay.
It's at disadvantage trying to evade you.
That's right. It was.
Is that athletic?
Yes.
15.
Not a problem.
All right.
You are able to get a firm grip on it as you all make your way back into the workshop. Okay. You are back inside, captive hummingbird in tow. What would you all like to do?
Insight.
Yes. You can do insight or nature check, because you being whom you are.
Nature.
That will be with advantage then.
Wait, can't you speak with animals?
I don't think I have that spell, but it's not really my type of 17 twice.
As you look at this captive hummingbird you have in your hands, the first thing you realize is it doesn't feel like flesh. You didn't really notice it as you were just quickly rushing it in, but now as you take a moment, it's rough on the edges, it feels cold. As you kind of look at it, nothing about this thing is natural. And as you sit here and kind of raise your hand up and press it, there's a very small overlap where your hand is kind of going into where the skin of the hummingbird should be.
Y'all see that?
Mm.
And I explained everything you just said.
What's going down where the hummingbird should be?
There's a small overlap of when he puts his hand down to touch it, his hand kind of goes into the hummingbird for maybe a few inches or so. And it is cold and metallic feeling and rough, but it visually looks like a hummingbird.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any sort of arcane signature coming from this thing?
Do you have a means to check that?
I can cast detect magic. What's how far away is it?
Right in front of you. You guys captured it.
Oh. Yeah.
Inside the
cast.
workshop with it.
Wait. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. I have something better than that. At the very least, I can detect magic. No, that's it.
Okay.
Take magic.
Are you taking the 10 minutes, or are you just shooting one from the hip?
I can do that.
Or you can cast it with a level spell. You can just... I think detect magic's a ritual spell, is it not?
I think so.
Uh,
It only takes like 10 minutes or something like that.
I think so.
I don't see that it's a ritual. I'm just going to take the 10 minutes. If we feel like waiting around. I mean, I feel like we know that it's
It's
magical,
ritual.
yeah.
So you can use a spell slot if you want, or you can take 10 minutes. Your choice. You also have speak of animal scrap. This seems like.
But that's not. But it's not an animal.
No, it's not.
Like one.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if it's
I'm
one
just
of
going to cast detect magic quickly.
one of the new golems.
Okay. You cast detect magic. This thing is entirely magical.
Yeah.
As far as the school of magic, give me one moment to tell you. It doesn't seem to fall under any of the schools of magic themselves, though it does seem to be a conduit for magic. You get the impression that someone could cast through this if they wanted to.
In my history of, treasure hunting, I'll say, have I ever seen anything like this?
You've never seen anything like this at all.
Okay. Maybe we should bring it to either Harry or the arcane. What's his name? The master guy.
The artificer?
Master.
Yeah.
He's a master manipulator.
Patron Meister.
I think we should take it to Dresden if we don't want to fight with the old man.
Right. Let's see.
He may try to pocket it.
But I do believe if Harry is able to attack where the
I cover it up with my hand. Like if it's in Philly's hand, like I wrap my hands around his to like make sure that it can't try to make sure it can't hear us.
Maybe put it in a haversack.
So which one are we doing? Are we double covering it or are we haversacking it?
You can put in the haversack.
Yeah.
I said, Jerry, can we put this
Does
in
it need air?
Yeah, it can go into the bag.
Okay.
Okay. Into the haversack it goes.
We should take this dressing.
Okay. Let's go.
Okay. It is safely stowed away. And you all set back out to Dresden's house.
We don't
Oh,
want
shit.
to just ask the siblings about it, right?
Can I take the magic wand out before I put him in?
Yeah, no problem. And what were you saying about the siblings, Katra?
We don't want to just ask the siblings if this is like from the main house or if this is something he may have put up, right?
No, I think it is probably his construct. And they may not know anything about it. And they may want to keep it if we should.
Just wanted to make sure we considered that.
No. It's a good consideration.
Okay. You all make your way back down to Dish 3 and into the city of Boulderworth. And that's another thing you missed, Greg. I put the maps of Craghammer into the headquarters chat. So it's a little easier to
Thank you.
navigate. But you guys go back into the city of Boulderworth to Harry Dresden's house. As you approach, this time he is not on the porch. Who is knocking on the door? Or are you guys just going to try to walk in?
I rap on the door. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Tap to the tap, tap, tap.
There's a moment before you hear, who is it?
It is the UGAI.
Another moment. Did you guys get in trouble?
What are you doing? Pull your pants up and let us in.
And as you are talking, you can clearly hear this is Thomas's voice coming through the door, not Harry's.
Ah, my guy. Just here for a handshake.
There's a laugh as the door is opened. You're greeted by Thomas, who stands in front of the door for the moment to look you all over, kind of nods and says, "Oh yeah, it's you guys. Come on in."
Hey boy. And Jerry reaches his hand out.
He gives you a quick handshake.
Oh, I wasn't even going to shake his hand. I was going to pull my hand away before he got there. I was like, no, not right now. We're here on business.
He kind of laughs and walks in, lets you guys follow behind him. And as you guys come in, you see he does have some bandages in his hand.
Yes.
And in his other hand that he wasn't going to shake your hand with. And as you come in, you see him walking back over to Dresden. Dresden has his jacket off and his shirt off, and Thomas seems to have been wrapping his ribs. Dresden also has a black eye.
What the fuck?
You two got your ass
here.
kicked.
Thomas smirks. Nothing of the sort happened to me. Dresden laughs and says, you should see the other guy.
Is the other guy in the room?
That's what I was thinking.
they both laugh at that. Dresden says, no, the other guy was an octocon. Don't ask. You guys are back pretty quick.
We've discovered something, and we want to get your take on it. Daryl, produce the thing, and make sure you hold it tight, but don't break it.
Do you take it out, Chris?
Yari.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, he takes out the...
Well, I say, before I do, just ready up just in case it goes left.
I stand to your left. Don't understand.
Dresden and Thomas look at each other. Dresden says, did you bring something dangerous here?
It is likely a bomb.
Sorry?
No,
We don't know. That's why we brought it here.
All in a day's work.
Thomas rolls his eyes and says, these things always happen to you, Harry. You gotta stop taking on strays. No offense, guys.
We're not strays. We killed them. We're blood brothers at this point.
I think it is more of a spying tool. But also, we are not strays. He asked us to do a job. He hired us. It's a bit different.
He hires.
Harry, are you okay if we open it? Are you okay if we reveal it inside your house, or would you rather us reveal it outside your house? Because it is potentially a spying tool.
Lots of wars in this house. Nothing can really see in it. So if you take it out and someone was looking at it, they'll lose connection. All the same, and he kind of finishes the wrap on his ribs, reaches under the desk and pulls out kind of a curved rod. It looks like those old toy wooden guns without a trigger on it. It's like an actual just curve that can fit in your hand. And he kind of just puts that on the desk. There's a bunch of runes carved in it. Just in case. All right, take it out. As
I bring it up.
Jerry takes it out. The
I kind of like.
hand.
That's the only thing in the bag right now, right?
I don't know. You could have fit in one of those side pockets, so we can.
It's a bag in a bag, so yeah. All right, cool. So I just kind of dump it and back up.
He's dumping it?
No, it has pockets. It's not. It has multiple sections.
Yeah, I'm right. That's the only thing coming out.
You're dumping it. Okay. I'm ready to catch this thing in case it moves.
It's in a bag still, right? It's in a bag in the bag.
No, it was never put in a separate bag. It was just put straight into the haversack by itself.
Oh, all right.
Would you like to reach in and grab it then?
Yeah, sure. Fuck it.
Okay. So you reach in, grab it, and pull it out. It is in your hands. Harry kind of looks at it, peers at it, and says, "Huh. Can you just put it on the desk for me?"
Okay.
You put it down on the desk, and As soon as you let go, it tries to fly up, and Thomas just kind of grabs it by the foot and pulls it back down, just holds it there. Harry reaches out a hand, mumbles a few words, and touches it, and you see the hummingbird appearance disappear, and behind is left a mechanical bird, kind of a clockwork creation with wings fully metal, fully a construct of a bird, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Harry kind of whistles and says, where'd you find this one at?
It found us. We saw it spying on us.
Really? For how long?
Or we think. That we don't know.
I think it
More
appeared when
specifically-
you're at the kid's place.
Right.
Yes. On top of Puntz's workshop.
Huh. Dresden kind of rustles around the drawer, takes out like a little monocle, looks through it at the bird, kind of pulls up one of his wings, looks under there, puts that back, and says, okay, this is, let me just try something. And he will move his hands through the air, speak a few words, look at the creation and say, I command you to speak. And you see the mechanical creature kind of twist a bit before it says, how the hell did you know I could talk?
Hmm.
And Dresden kind of leans back and says, not my first rodeo. The mechanical hummingbird kind of twists and looks at all of you and looks at its foot, looks at Thomas and says, you can let me go now. I'm not going to go anywhere. Thomas kind of shrugs and lets go, and the mechanical hummingbird floats to the ground with a huff. Begins looking around at all of you and says, I don't know how you saw me. Years I've been doing this gig. No one ever sees me. What gave me away?
I have an eye for things.
It looks at you and kind of turns its head a few times very quickly. Yeah, you were the observant one. Yeah, I kind of thought that you'd just ignore me, but I guess there aren't many birds around? I guess I wasn't moving. Arrogant. And it jumps back around to Dresden. You that Dresden fella, aren't you? Dresden leans back and says, I would be that Dresden fella, yes. Who do you work for, little one? He kind of bounces around his legs again and says, I'm not going to tell you that. That'd be a breach of some core protocols, you know? I got to keep some things to myself. But you didn't catch me. They caught me. And he kind of bounces back around and says, per my honor code written into my original beings, I will answer a few questions from you people.
Who
Now,
created you?
Well, no. See, that's the thing he just asked me, and that's very underhanded for you to then go and use my oath against me. Are you sure you want to ask me that? You don't want to ask something nicer that wouldn't make me, go against my own being?
When did what's the dude's name again?
Punt.
Punts. When did Punts create you?
Oh, nice try. Punch didn't.
And were you
make
the
me.
first?
Punch didn't make me, guy.
What have you learned through your
watching
spine?
us?
What have you
that
learned
was
through your
too many
spine?
questions. Oh man, that's very broad. I have learned secrets untold about people innumerable.
Tell us them all.
I'm going to have to, for the sake of everyone's time, not do that, as it would take quite a long time. I have a perfect recall, and I've seen a lot of things. I don't know how much
Oh,
time
I have a lot
you
of time.
have.
Look, everyone else can go. I will sit with you. You can tell me it all. I knew you were created by, what is that shop name that we went to? That's right.
Can't think of his name.
The old man artificer.
No.
No.
The guy who deals in information.
The guy with the eye.
Oh,
Oh,
the one shop that doesn't get robbed.
yeah,
Yes.
the one that has no wares.
Yes. Him.
Varg.
Bard, yes.
So what's
That's what
he
I
say?
said.
I said, how often do you report to Vard?
He
That's
kind
a
of
good
turns
one.
his head a few times and says, "Oh, that's a clever guess. That's not incorrect. I think I can say I report to Varg when I have information I determine is prudent to him."
How many
And-
more of you are out there?
This one is only aware of itself.
Can anyone see through your eyes?
It kind of smiles, which is weird for a mechanical beak. Not right now, they can't.
No, at any point in time, can someone tap in to see through your eyes? I'm not asking who. I'm asking can they?
It kind of bounces around in place again. I mean, yeah, sometimes they want to.
Is it just one person or the highest payer, or how does it work? Can others contract you out?
Oh no, it's just one person. And he bounces around a bit more.
Or it is?
Running low on questions, kids.
If we let you go, what's your next move?
Back to work.
Back to Var?
Back to work.
We are Jerry. It's okay. We don't need any more questions about who or we know. How do you know where how Hoods created the golems?
He kind of bounces around a bit, twisting his head some. No, I'm not even sure that he did. But you guys seem to think so, right?
Who do you think did it?
Was it the girl?
Kind of turns
Nope.
his head some. I'm fresh on the case. Couldn't say yet.
Oh.
Bounce,
What's the
bounce, bounce,
likelihood
bounce.
you'd work for us?
With us.
With us? What's the likelihood you'd work with us?
How much money you got?
How much money it cost?
Nope. How much you got?
What do you do with
Do
money?
you value money?
Yeah, what do you do with money? You don't even breathe. You can't eat.
I'm
Do you
counting
shit?
that as. I'm counting that as 5.
No. I'm
questions.
sorry. Those were all rhetorical.
3 of them. What do I do with money? Bounce, 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 bounce. You'd be surprised the scraps I get in that money gets me out of. You fleshies are so stupid. No offense. Bounce, 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 bounce.
Brian.
Mhm.
I walk up to the bird. All right, this might have to be some sleight of hand type of stuff.
Okay.
Walk up to the bird, and we'll see if the DM allows us to work. In my hand is like one of my a small bud of weed, real small bud, or seed. And what I say is, while it's in my hand, I touch them, and I say, so this is the substance that I felt under your bird-like feathers, and I just gently drop the seed on top of them.
So, what are you doing exactly?
Don't worry. I'm just dropping the seed on this bird as it's stationary right now.
So you're attempting to drop a seed from your hand on top of the bird.
Yes.
Okay, you walk up, you take the seed out from somewhere, say what you say, lift it over his head and drop it. It looks up and looks at you and lets the seed hit it in the head.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite sure what you're driving at here, Chief.
He doesn't see it. I don't want him to see it.
You don't want him to see you drop a thing on his head?
No, I don't want him to see that.
So
Are
one is
we
going to be
talking
sleight
about
of
a nugget of
hand.
weed?
A seed.
All right.
of
So
weed, I
so
think.
the plan is I'm going to do druid cast to make this small plant that I have bloom on him,
Okay.
and then I'll forever have surveillance on him once I make it bloom.
What the fuck are you doing?
How small can the plant be?
This is my smallest variety, the smallest variety of weed plant that I carry.
Weed? Oh my gosh.
That's all I got. I don't got nothing else.
The
What?
fuck? Just growing weed off a little fake bird.
So this is what
I'm
we'll
gonna shut
do.
the fuck up.
You have a few options, we'll say.
Uh-huh.
You can do deception, you can do sleight of hand, or you can do this is very uniquely odd.
Yeah. It's weird, man. Stop being weird, Philly.
But if it works, we forever have a spy on top of the spy.
Or you can do we'll say animal handling. Can be an
This
option.
is spy weed. Okay.
I'll do animal handling.
Okay. And we're gonna put you
Oh
at
my gosh.
Catcher will give him guidance.
Oh, they gave me guidance, thank God.
no, this is something he's doing stealthily without having informed anyone. He's on his own
Okay.
with this.
Okay.
Yeah, that's that's not gonna work. As you walk up, you say that you slyly let the seed drop. It kind of hits and rolls a bit, and as you try to, with the other hand, cast Druidcraft, you see it just quickly, with its wing, slap it across the room, and Druidcraft ends up forming on this candelabra right next to it. As it kind of turns its head around to you. What you driving at there, friend?
You don't like weed? You don't like the smoke?
Looks back at it, looks back to you. Did you get the impression I have lungs?
Maybe your handler would like it. Call it a gift.
Which is the bird talking about?
Looks back to you guys. So then you don't want to hire me, I take it. This is getting a little less friendly than it was a moment ago.
I'll give you a platinum.
Nope, not enough.
Destroy it.
Okay.
It
How
kinda jumps back
about
like,
5
whoa!
silver? How about 5 silver? 5 silver.
5 silver is less than a plat. What is happening here? And it kind of jumps around, looks at
Oh,
Harry
hey,
Dresden.
who said platinum? Who said platinum?
Best negotiators ever.
Dresden, come on, help me out here. These guys don't know what they're doing. Dresden kind of sighs a bit. Let me start by saying, I don't know what this creature is. I've never met it before. Second, I have a lot of experience making small pacts and deals with various creatures of different origin. Typically, you have a few options. You can force it, you can bargain with it, you can threaten it.
No. There is no threat. I'm going to crush it. And I pull out my sword, like the hilt of it, like I'm about to smash this thing.
It kind of jumps around.
Before you do, Slyrak throws 30 gold on the table.
I want to see you carry this.
It kind of squints its little robot-y eyes at you. See? Yeah, sure, Chief. And it starts hopping over, and as it starts hopping on each coin, the coin disappears, and then very quickly hops on all 30, and they're all gone.
Congratulations, you have been robbed.
No,
Sure have.
we have a deal. Deal complete. You are hired.
No, you wanted to see me carry it. He flies in the air. I'm carrying it, baby.
Oh. We were discussing payment. I didn't think you could carry it, but you have accepted the payment.
Roll
We have a
persuasion.
deal.
Give me a persuasion check.
Let's see. 15.
15. It kind of hops around a bit,
With
cocks his head.
a suggestion on top of that, since I'm engaged.
You want to cast suggestion as well?
Yes.
What's the save for that?
Mark it all. Wisdom. That'll be
Natural
15.
40.
You said 15?
Yeah.
It's a natural 40,
440.
bro. Natural 40, though.
Man, I'm rolling terrible tonight. So it tilts his head, looks at you, nows its eyes, and says, tick, 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 tick. Tell you what, Ace. Throw in that platinum and we'll call it a deal.
What is the length on this deal?
It's a great question. You should ask before you started paying me things.
I raised the hilt of my sword.
It kind of
You should start talking.
flutters its wings, and 5 more of it appear next to it.
That's cute. That's
Justin, can you help us out with those?
Dresden kind of smiles and says, I mean, yeah, I could, but I feel like this is a good object lesson.
Fuck.
And they all are
these
moving in
seem like-
unison.
Do these all seem real, or they seem like they might be like they do the magic, like Slyrak does?
This seems exactly like what Slyrak does.
I tried to spot the real one and grab it.
Well, they all look identical, so it's going to be. Let me see how this spell works.
Yeah.
The bird is going to roll first to see if it's going for it or a duplicate.
Okay. All right. You reach out and just kind of grab through an illusion that then dissipates. Kind of
Another.
They all fly up to the ceiling.
Okay. Magic person. You killed them all. Feely. Throw a flame.
Who are you saying to do this?
It doesn't work like that.
Oh, an area of effect spell will work like that.
No, it will not. As long as that spell is active, you have to target it specifically. Otherwise, there will be no effect.
How many duplicates are there?
There's now 4 present. Or you see 4 of these creatures. They all tilt their head and
For
say,
the love of God, do we not have a platinum?
I don't want to call you brokies,
No, it
but
needs to tell us. It needs to tell us how long to deal it.
you can find out for
We're
one
paying
platinum.
a total of 40 gold. It could be for 10 minutes, and it would be worth it.
Listen
Just
to
do
you
it.
guys' leader. He seems to be the smart one.
Just do it. I give the gold.
Anyone can do it.
I do it.
Do you have a? Oh, you should have a platinum.
Yeah.
So mark off 1 platinum. The 4 birds land, and they all kind of quickly jump in a circle. And when they finish, the platinum is gone. And it looks and kind of there's a little bow that somehow comes off sarcastic, and it says, "All right, so what did you hire me to do?"
Well,
We need your help tracking down the creator of these golems.
Well, man, I told you I'm just on the case. I don't know who it is yet.
wait. How many golds is 1 platinum?
Means we now work together.
10.
If you find things out about this case, you will share them with us.
First,
Ooh, not
This
first.
case
but
share
I'll
them
share
with
it
us
you.
closed.
Not first,
Done.
but I'll share it with you. And it kind of bounces around. Yeah, I gotta take my clients in order of proceeding. You know, there's I've been hired before you, so there's like a little pecking order. But
would another
Yeah.
platinum move us up the order?
yeah,
Would it move us to the front of the order?
no, it wouldn't.
How many? Never.
It kind of
Clients you
bounces
got.
around. Bounces around and shakes a bit. You got here metal clanking as it does it. And it says, all right, so you guys want to figure out the whole golem thing? That's the gist of this?
Unless anyone else has anything else they're trying to find.
I know we originally started on Catherine's case, which kind of melded into this, right? Was there anything else that we were looking into specifically here?
Changelings.
Oh, yeah. Is Catherine changeling? So he has the bird.
Yeah, so the bird kind of hops around a bit and says, well, you know, this has been fun. Do you have any leads you want me to look up, or am I just kind of freebirding it, as it were?
Do you have any idea of who could have done it? Who might have had the motivation to do it?
Motivation's tricky. I mean, no one has motivation to just terrorize a city. Motivation for, you know, standing out from the crowd, looking cool, showing off for a girl who doesn't like you. That'd be punts.
For a girl who doesn't like the other apprentice?
Well, I always default with guy and a girl that it's a relationship thing, and if it's not a relationship thing, I assume the guy's a loser. I'm 50-50 on that, but you know, I think that might hold up with old punts. Seems like a loner. He kind of hops around a bit. Say again?
Who would have the half-baked magic to create such terrible golems?
Well, you know, that's tricky. Goals in and of themselves aren't that hard to make. I mean, you need the talent just to put the whole form together. But really, the hard thing is calling into the little spiritual being to possess the thing. That's tricky. You know, getting that wrong usually gets you murdered. But you know, the golems were released, so the spirit didn't kill the person that summoned it, but it also didn't seem strong enough and not fully intact. I mean, who could do it? Lots of people could do it, but I don't know.
And also put it and cast them into that area, because they just like all appeared in that area, so seems like a mixed skill set.
Probably what was it, like 3 or 4 teleportation circle, maybe.
Like 4. Did we see any kind of teleportation circle?
You did not.
No, right?
I think so.
I say we do not see such a thing. We look pretty well.
Oh, then it'd have to be the teleport spell. In which case, if it's an area that the cast is familiar with, they can just ploop, drop people there.
Right. So someone who could cast teleport and kind of create these golems and summon spirits seems like that should be a pretty low number, right?
Well, I don't want to be in.
You didn't make these, did you, Justin?
Justin laughs. No, I didn't make imperfect golems. I don't make golems. That's not really my. I'm a hammer. I hit things. I do more than hit things. Don't get me wrong. But I don't make constructs.
Had to ask.
No, I respect it. And the hummingbird says, I don't mean to be unhelpful. I mean, any of you all who are magically inclined could have tried it. I mean, you get a teleportation scroll, you get a book you shouldn't be reading that gives you some information, you know. Anyone can summon up anything from the elemental plane of the Feywild. Really, the trick is not getting murdered. I feel like these apprentices probably are your best bet. Otherwise, it's a wild goose chase. I mean, there's hundreds of thousands of people that live here.
Well, you originally said you didn't know that you didn't necessarily think they did it, so I was just wondering who was on your short list.
Oh. Well, shoot. I did say that. I was lying. Sorry. You weren't paying me then.
Sure.
No, I'm pretty sure it's the kids. I just gotta find them.
Okay.
Did you find anything helpful in the house? Can you point me in a direction?
Will you be sharing this information with Valmont? What's his name?
Right.
Varg. What do you call him?
Valmont.
Oh my.
Not right away. Eventually.
Well,
I mean, if you can
then,
find the kids on your own, no skin off my back. I don't have any skin.
You don't have skin.
No, it's all metal. You gonna tell me, or should I just look through all of Craghammer? 3 discs, the mines, the separate districts, the water.
Yes. There is Bloodkith.
Oh. Well, that's a good place for it. A lot of ne'er-do-wells over in Bloodkith.
Yeah. You know how to enter.
Oh yeah. There's this rock that's not really flush with the wall, but looks flush with the wall until you go like right next to it. And then there's an illusion on top of it, so you gotta really know where it is. You just gotta squeeze on in. And you can walk right back there.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, that stubborn kid's been digging it out for years.
Yes, that's where they are. In Bloodkith.
well, that's where we assume they are. If you could go confirm it, that would be a deal.
Yeah, sure, that's not a problem. Where
When
are
can
you? Well, I'm just gonna go right now, but where are you guys gonna be so I can come tell you?
We're staying at your mom's house.
Overfilled tanker.
We are staying at the overfilled tank.
You don't say. Nice establishment.
Are you spying on us? For someone else?
Kind of sighs, which is weird because it doesn't have any breath. Oh, it's not breathing actively. That's a hard one to answer. I am not actively hired to spy on your group, but I have noticed your group and would have information about you should someone ask me.
What information is this?
Oh man, that's not what you hired me for. I'm sure
Jerry
it's
popped the
nothing.
platinum down.
Hop, hop, hop. I just
Don't
realized
take it unless
It-
you.
he-
No, Jerry
he
puts his
took
hand
it.
over it. Don't take it unless you're about to answer.
In full.
What does in full mean? That's such a vague thing. I'm gonna answer you. Just move your hand.
No. You're going to answer us and tell us who you might be telling us.
I just move your hand.
No. Agree.
What kind of trust
And then I'll move my
relationship
hand.
are we building here if you can't even just, trust me with anything?
Well, so far I don't. And, depending on how this goes, we'll determine that.
Let's say this: if you take the money, you're agreeing to those terms. Jerry, go ahead. That's a. I think.
Okay, cool. Jerry moves his hand.
Okay. Mark off 1 platinum as the 4 birds kind of do a quick spin around it and it disappears sometime between them, spinning between it. And they all kind of settle again. Alright, so, it's nothing bad. I just, saw you get escorted into town by the owner of the overfilled tankard, which was weird, so I noticed it. Then, I noticed you guys get an apprentice lined up with True Anvil, which is weird, so I noticed it. I noticed barkeep, then go and talk to some people from the Elestrian Earmark, which was weird. Then that Earmark person talked to you. That person, you got a job, which was weird. What else weird did you guys do? You keep talking to that crazy guy. Really weird. What is suggested? That was kind of it before you guys fought the golems. And then, met Dresden, I guess, but not the first time, which is weird. Because, he was gone somewhere and no one knew where he was, but you guys know him, but you've never been here before. He gets back, then you guys get here. Giant creatures attack the trains coming in. Golems attack the city after you guys both get back here, which is weird. Newspaper reports on the giant creatures. Not really.
You just described our last 2 weeks.
Which is
How
weird, right?
how is it that you know all of this if you haven't been following us?
Did I say I wasn't following you? I don't think I said I wasn't following you. I said I wasn't hired to follow you. Is what I think I
From
said.
what moment did you start following us?
Well, you see, from past contracts, I've noticed the.
This motherfucker worked for Curious George. Fucking.
I've
Carmen
noticed the
San Diego.
proprietor. I've noticed the proprietor of the overfilled tankard meets with interesting people, but she never goes and retrieves them. And she doesn't usually go upstairs. So her going to an upper dish caught my eye. Just happened to be by the lift, saw her get on, and I followed her. So, I've kind of had an eye on you guys since you arrived, maybe, give or take.
Do you have ways of surveilling other than through your physical eyes?
Oh, well, a professional. I'm not going to answer that one for you. That's a.
I didn't
trick
ask
of the
what they were.
trade.
I just asked you.
I understand that, but that's kind of that would give you insight into my situation that I don't really like to give out to people. I do hope you can.
For a matter of business, and us understanding your scope, for if we need your abilities in the future, how many of you are there within this network?
He's only aware of himself.
He got
Oh, you said this already?
This one's only aware of himself.
Right, but if you spread out like you are now, are they all able to do the same things?
Oh no, he kind of like does this. These are illusions. They just do what I do. I can't see through them.
All right, I have two platinum for you to not tell anyone the information about us ever again.
Oh, confidentiality pack is a little more expensive than 2 platinum, my friend. Because again, I don't know how valuable this information is. Like, I'm not saying you in Dresden, and I guess the weird one in the corner, I'm not saying you all are conspiring to bring down the kingdom. I'm just saying a lot of weird shit's happened since you got in town, and, that's valuable information. No one's asked for it, but they could.
Why did we decide not to destroy this creature?
I was just about to slide over to Jerry and kind of lean in, like, I don't think we should let this
I
thing
don't
leave.
know if the value you provided on this case is worth the surveillance we've undergone.
It kind of flaps. Whoa, friends. I'm asking a question you paid me to answer. You paid me for that answer. Why are you guys being weird about this? Listen.
Why is it the more you talk, the more nervous I get?
Because you're an untrusting person.
Well, you've given us more than enough reason to not trust.
Listen.
I say just do it.
Whoa, hey, everyone relax. You don't even know what I'm
I bring out
Jerry.
the flame blade.
I'm
I'm gonna leave it up to you, Jerry.
Flame blade.
Feel bad.
No.
Took those 2 animated armor. You didn't get to squash anything.
Okay.
Huh?
Everyone relax. I'm a hive
love
mind.
squashing.
Destroying me won't destroy the information. Leave me alone.
We tried to pay
No,
you
but
to
it'll
keep
make
this
us feel better.
No, come on.
Wait.
Relax.
You're a hive mind? Hold
Maybe.
on. You're a hive mind?
Maybe I might be a hive mind. You don't know.
You don't know.
Insight. I mean, not cast insight. I want
Uh, perception check?
It'd be insight.
Hold on.
Who's rolling insight on this?
to. I'll roll.
I'll give her advantage.
And
Okay.
Can I do the same? Double advantage?
No,
Matter of fact,
no
I'm
double
gonna use.
hold
It's all
on.
good.
I think
It's all good.
21. Hold on. Check. I'm pretty sure it's a 21. Yes, 21.
21.
And can I give her my inspiration dice from last week?
No,
Oh,
no,
Greg, you missed that also. We all got inspiration.
Oh wait, I think I have it. Wait,
Oh, can I get one too?
No, you
No.
weren't here last week.
I was camping. I was working.
It was for a certain reason or something that happened last week, so I'm afraid not.
I'm trying to think if I did. Wait, I used my inspiration.
Yeah, you can add a D10 to it.
Wait, do I mean, that's a 21.
It's a 21.
No, we're just gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it. I want to save that for a sub 20 something.
Okay. You get the impression that this creature is lying and trying to save its life.
Okay, so I just say you are lying. That's fine.
Whoa.
But
Whoa, I thought we were all friends here. Listen. Okay, so maybe I'm not
are
a
you
hive
willing
mind,
to
but
take the two?
We
platinum?
were just talking about developing trust. How could we ever be friends?
You're openly discussing destroying me. I mean, I'm just trying to say the things that would get me not
We
destroyed.
first tried to pay you to keep this information, but since that's not working, can't risk it.
And we're actually friends. Us over here, not you with the coins up your asshole, mechanical asshole.
They don't go. Okay, so I feel like there's not really any convincing you guys of not doing this to me. Am I understanding that correctly?
No.
No.
Can we pay you
No,
to
you're not
keep
understanding
the
that correctly.
information? What is the price? Let's start there.
I don't know the price because I don't know how valuable the information is. Like, I don't want to give you a
Fine.
number.
If someone tries to get the information from you, would you let us know so we could potentially
We
buy
would
you
like
time?
right of first refusal.
I think that's fair.
You see him hopping around trying to like figure out what it wants to do. And it turns and turns and um um and it
Somebody grab him.
quickly spins around to Dresden and says, what's the thing? Not amnesty. What's the word?
Immunity? You don't have that. No.
Asylum, Dresden. I request asylum under the Accords. Dresden
You won't even give us the chance to purchase your son.
Dresden,
Dresden sighs.
this is not a living creature.
Guys, it's not. He said the thing.
He's not living.
Dresden?
That is an object in front of you.
He's pretty sentient, guys. He said the thing. I'm not going to let him go, but I can't let you destroy him right now. The Accords are a pretty big deal. Sorry? No, hold on.
Put him in the bag.
So, you guys are young. No, not in an offensive way, just like a literal time exists in relative to your persons. The Accords are old. Generally speaking, if you're around a high-level practitioner, they know about them. I can refuse his request here, and you guys could destroy him, but it would reflect poorly upon me. I can trap him here. I can just like not let him leave for a good long time. But
That works.
okay, I can do
How
that.
long's a long time?
Oh, it's very relative. I gotta figure out where he's from and whose protection he's technically under. Once I figure that out, I can, submit a request, figure out if they want him back, see how long I can keep him. It's really a bureaucratic nightmare. He'll be here a while. I can tell you that.
Are you able
Well,
to, once you get that information, are you able to bring it to our attention?
You asking
Whose
Dresden?
protection he's under?
You know he
Yeah.
works for Varg, for sure.
I can ask Varg. It's been a while. I mean, if he works for Varg the same way he works for you, that's not really going to be helpful.
Well, if Varg is the only one who can tap in to see through his eyes, we'd assume there's a different level of ownership. Because he said no one else can do that, even to pay him to do it.
Yeah, but he didn't say Varg was the one that was able to see.
But
Well-
even if there's someone whose protection he's under other than Bard, that information will be valuable to us.
I haven't seen this one.
Well, whoever was looking through his eyes, they've been cut off since you put him in the bag. So they don't know where he is. They know where he was. And they know you took him. So you may find out before I do who he belongs to. But maybe there's a easier way. And he kind of like gets the hummingbird's attention and turns around, looks at him, he says, make a pact with me. These guys are my friends. You are now a guest in my home, and I expect you to have the proper etiquette. Hummingbird kind of like gives a reluctant nod of the head. Okay. These are my friends.
Guardrail.
I don't want you to get my friends in trouble. Ever. Is that understood? And he kind of says, well, it's kind of hard for the ever thing. Well, you understand what trouble would be, right? What kind of things could get them in trouble? And it seems like the kind of things you're talking about would get me in trouble too. You don't want to get me in trouble, do you? I'm your asylum.
Who?
Well, you're my. I don't want to get you in trouble. And Thomas kind of leans on the table and says, "I like him. If you mess with him, you mess with me. If you mess with those fucks, you mess with me. You mess with me, you mess with the White Court. You mess with the White Court, we'll just take you apart. Find whoever owns you. Take them apart. And maybe put you guys back together as one being. And then we'll kill you guys. As a unit." Kind of jumps around, looks at Dresden, looks at Thomas, looks at you guys.
Wait,
Lean to Jerry.
I don't think we're gonna get to kill it.
He kind of looks around and says,
Disappointing.
"I regret some of the decisions I made today." Dresden kind of leans back and says, "Okay, you're not going to report any information about our friends here. If someone asks you to do so, you have a writ of asylum that prevents you. Simple as that. So long as you hold up to that, I won't let them harm you." The hummingbird hops around, looks at you guys. "Are you guys really gonna kill me?"
Yes. I was just trying to decide how. But we wouldn't.
Kind of
It
lowers his
wouldn't
head.
really be killing, would it?
I'm
More
alive.
dismantling.
Okay? That's rude. Okay, I think I am, therefore I be?
Oh, I know you're alive.
Oh, wow.
That's why I said kill you. I did kill you. Yes, I was going to do that. Yes.
That both makes me feel warm and fuzzy and terrified at the same time.
Well, my life matters more to me, I have to say.
Looks at Dresden, kind of gives a bow to him. I accept these terms of asylum. I will not get them, and by translation you, and by translation him, in trouble. I will not give any information that could put the three of your groups in harm's way. Knowingly, I can't account for what I did not think would happen. I do still have a profession and a job, and I will not tell anyone else about your movements or actions since you've been in town. Good?
Wonderful. Okay. So we'll be at the tavern. Can you let us know if you find them?
I certainly can.
Will you?
No, but you will. You took the money out of it.
No, I mean I have to find them first. Like I have, if I find them, then I'll let
Right,
you know.
right.
Well, if you don't, let us know.
When you find them, you will. And if you don't, you also will.
Well, I'm gonna keep looking if I don't find them there. Like I don't just give up on things. Give me like some time to locate them, and do you want like other information?
Time is relative.
Do you want to just know? Do you want me to just like, hey, I saw them and tell you, or like want me to follow them for a bit, find out some information, or you just want to know that they're there?
Why don't we circle back in 2 days? Find out what you can.
Well.
No?
Same way you were just we kind of piqued your interest. If anything else piques your interest surrounding this, we want to know.
No. You hire me for a thing, right? Do you want to expand the thing, or do you not want to expand the thing? It isn't an open-ended.
I think the thing is all encompassing.
Contract. No, either I'm doing the thing and coming right back to you reporting, or I'm doing the thing that's more investigative-y and then coming back. Do you want to know if they're there, or do you want information about things they're doing there?
Oh?
Can you come back in 2 days with as much information as you can?
Oh, sure. Assuming some other assholes don't find me and catch me and strong on me into a deal I don't want.
Do better about being stealthy, I guess.
Very
Fly a little
spicy,
higher.
thank you very much.
Hmm.
I had to be low enough to overhear your conversations.
Right. Too bad they're now useless to you. All right. Carry on.
Well, yeah, now they weren't useless 5 minutes ago.
Thank you.
Don't destroy me. I'm sorry. Can I go? This is uncomfortable and very hard to navigate.
Please.
Zips. Can someone open the door? I can't open this door.
Find a window.
There's no windows. He lives like a fucking hobbit.
You really can't get out.
Let's just pretend I
You
can't.
shouldn't
and
talk
can
about your
someone-
sanctuary like that.
Can
No, no,
someone
no.
please
Let's
open the door?
Pretend you can.
Fina opens the door.
Thank you.
I wanted to see how he was going to do it.
Right?
He's wearing it.
I was perfectly content with just standing there and fucking watching.
And he speeds off into the night. Dresden kind of
We should have
laughs
killed
some
them.
and kind of grabs his
Yes,
ribs.
you should.
Oof. Oh boy. You guys make friends like wildfire.
Like what?
Just likable people.
Like wildfire.
Wait, like who?
wildfire.
Wildfire?
Like wildfire spreading through a forest.
Mm.
We're
Boy.
likable and it's contagious.
Sure.
You
Sure.
know? Get a marshmallow. Pull up. We're making s'mores.
Well, I think
I
I've
have to
already invested in
say-
this friendship here. I do like you guys. You guys are hilarious.
I mean, could you not see that it's dangerous for him to just be able to share whatever information he has on him?
Oh no, it's a very dangerous creature. I completely agree.
Yeah.
Don't know if I were destroying it would be my first avenue of fixing it, but
It wasn't our first. He refused payment.
he refused 2 platinum. Sure.
No. We then asked to at least be able to be given the option to outbid someone.
Right of
He
first
wouldn't even do
refusal.
that.
You did. I mean, it's you deal with enough fae, enough fiends, enough creatures like that. You kind of get used to the whole word game, deals within deals within deals. I've dealt with it a lot. I was in the the fae court for a long time, and that's all the fuck they do. But I think I'm a little more used to that kind of bullshit than you guys are. But you did learn something important, the Accords. If you ever, like I mentioned, get into a scrap with, someone really powerful, if you can trick them into accepting you as a guest, they can't hurt you.
In the Feywild.
No, anywhere.
Including the Feywild?
Especially the Feywild. It's their Accords.
But other planes are held to it?
Everyone of significant power is held to it. I mean, they're old rules. You get the new kids who don't care about that kind of stuff, but they usually don't get up to Archmaid's status or Archfey or relevant enough to matter, to that degree.
Mm-hmm.
But generally speaking, if someone invites you into their home as a guest, they can't hurt you.
It's interesting to know.
This is untrue.
This
No,
feels
it's not.
untrue.
This again, someone significantly powerful. And
Yeah.
you, of course, would have to be aware of guest rights. If you don't know them, then of course they don't have to uphold.
Do you have to let them know that you know?
You might want to. It's kind of a not. It's a respected gotcha, essentially. Like you're simply just saying, "So I'm your guest," and they'll realize the mistake they made, and they'll probably laugh or do like a chuckle or kind of a nod of touche, and you're fine. It's just it's very old, very important rules. I'll give you another one for free because I do like you guys. Get something of significant power to make a promise, and they can't break it. If they do, there's a significant risk to their own power, and by risk I mean they will lose a significant piece of their power. That's why the high-ranking Fae don't lie. It makes it much easier not to get trapped in that.
Wait, so does that mean other Fae can lie?
They're moon bosses.
I've heard they can.
Lying is hard for Fae. They naturally don't do it. They'd much rather trick. They are conniving, like to play with words. It's very rare you'll get an outright lie from a Fae. And mind you, I'm talking about something that's lived in the Feywild all its life. You get Fae ancestry, they can, lie. You get something that was born there and hopped over here, that can probably lie to you. Anything of significant strength that is Fae-based, they don't lie.
Any Fae back?
Physically can't do it.
Very good to know. Thank
Unless
you.
it's been corrupted or something. That's a little different. But that's hard. It's hard to have to be mind controlled or completely taken over by something. But that'd be a good gauge. If it lies, you know something is terribly wrong.
Okay.
Oh, I turned my volume down somehow. I'm sorry. I pressed the mute button on my Steam Deck. I did not hear what you guys said after I said a creature could be mind controlled and lie.
I think we just said, okay, thank you. That's good to know.
Okay. Just said, yeah, no problem. I mean, you guys will go a long way. Just to be clear, I'm not trying to topple this nation. I know that the Hummingbird did point out some coincidences since I returned. That's not me. I'm not, creating monstrous large animals or golems or any of that stuff. Now you guys say it.
We say what? I'm not creating large animals and monsters. You are correct.
That you're not trying to topple the nation.
To topple the nation.
We're not trying to.
No, I'm not trying to topple the nation.
Okay. And the newspaper thing, was that true?
What about the newspaper thing?
That got out of hand. It was a bit of an accident.
Roll deception.
What are we lying about here?
Right. That's like, wait, what?
He is lying about setting up that newspaper article about the giant geese attacking the train.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he meant the
burning
fire in the forest.
No, he doesn't know about that.
Doesn't know about that.
He doesn't know.
Okay.
He's asking about what the hummingbird. Yes. He's asking what the hummingbird have been doing in town recently.
Never mind.
Just a little bit on ahead. So do you want to change your response to that?
Yes, yeah. I thought he was referring to something different.
So then he says,
that was not supposed to be like that.
Right. About the newspaper thing. Is that true?
They did talk to our apprentice. Who was there to witness the giant beast and destroy.
Would you guys like arrange for the interview to happen? I'm not asking the whys. I just want to know if the birds should or not.
I believe we name dropped the apprentice when we were asked.
Roll deception.
Is that not what happened? What
No,
did happen?
it's not what happened.
Did we set this up actively?
Yes.
Yes, 100%.
Okay. So Casper will say, we're new to
23.
this city. Oh, 23. School time.
Dresden says, "Oh, okay. I just wanted to." And Thomas says, "They're lying, Harry." And Thomas looks at you guys. Guys, come on. I'm a vampire. I do bad things sometimes. He's an idiot. He does bad things sometimes. He doesn't mean to, but he does it. It's okay if you guys are currently doing some bad things in town.
No.
We're not doing bad.
What is bad things about
We're doing necessary.
saving a train from a giant duck and wanting, to make a name for ourselves, so to speak.
Thomas kind of smirks. I know I don't seem like it, but I do read the paper. You guys aren't mentioned. You weren't making a name for yourself.
I can guarantee you that interview did not go as expected, and that is the truth.
Thomas kind of laughs and says, all right. I'm not going to press the matter. Harry smirks and says, I'm sure you guys know what you're doing. Just be careful.
Not really.
Oh, you don't know what you're doing?
You have lots of faith in us.
Well, yes, you guys seem pretty confident. You guys are putting this whole, you got the missing person and the golem thing connected. You told me about the druid, the storm in the water thing. Like, you seem like you're good at this. Are you getting lucky?
We're trying.
No, we're not lucky. We're just finding our way. Using the skills we know that we have.
Harry goes the answer, and Thomas says he got lucky all the time when he started out. He had me, he had Karen, he had Butters. He had a whole team of people that helped him muddle through. If he wasn't so hard-headed, he'd have died 100 times over. Don't worry about it. You guys are doing great.
Thanks.
Harry kind of chuckles and grabs his ribs. Octacongs. All right. So you gave the bird 2 days?
Who?
The bird. You wanted to report back to you in 2 days?
Yes, we thought it, yeah.
Whatever did it damage to me.
Yes.
All right. Well, I guess go rest up. I'll keep pursuing this druid thing. If I find anything I think crosses over with the golems, I'll let you know. Yeah, you guys are interesting. If you ever, after this whole thing's wrapped up, if you want to keep working together, just let me know. I just like investing in the youth, helping out where I can. You guys seem like you could be a great asset to Crackhammer,
We have 2 days to spare. You've spent more time in this town. Which of the arenas would you recommend a newcomer start with?
He starts to answer, then Thomas leans forward and says, what were you guys trying to do? You trying to kill? You trying to injure? You trying to humiliate? You trying to make money? You trying to get reputation? What's your angle?
Harry? You have a preference? I myself prefer money. Helps me get them things I like.
I myself prefer recreation. Pulls out a pre-roll, hands it to him.
I don't know if we can fight for that, but you might be able to wager it.
Thomas takes it
I need a weapon.
immediately, lights it on the candle in front of you guys, and starts smoking it.
I'm here because my life has led me here. I am looking for a sword.
Well, that was very
I
dramatic.
think you meant in the arenas. What kind of fights are we looking for?
That is. We could circle back to your life mission a little later if you'd like.
Oh, no. Screw a life mission. Do you have any information about the sword?
Well, what sword? There's lots of swords.
It glows red, and it whispers. And it has something like ghosts coming in and out of it, wailing.
Harry kind of leans forward. Does it have a name?
The Soul Reaper.
I want to roll insight to see if any of this rings a bell. I'm just curious.
Go for it.
No, that's Lana. This is Rhodes. 17.
38.
In this moment, Harry is very hard to read, which is a little strange because for the most part he's been an open book, and he's kind of worn his emotions on his face, but you can kind of see a wall of concentration kind of comes over his face. And he says, Soul Reaper. And kind of, him and Thomas share a quick glance.
Bino is locked in. You heard of it. You know about it.
It's not really something you should get involved with.
It is something I must. I will die. I plan on it.
What does that mean?
I plan on dying. On my quest to the Soul Reaper, or which I shall do with it.
Roll persuasion with advantage.
Can I guide him?
Sure.
This is no good for me. Persuasion. All right.
Do you still have your inspiration too?
I do have my inspiration.
So inspiration plus guidance.
All right. What's the inspiration? A D10?
Yeah, or a reroll, your choice.
So let me roll my persuasion with advantage. That's not good. Roll higher, much higher. That's not good. I'm going to re-roll.
Okay.
That's not good.
Oh, damn.
Jeez. You want to add your guidance?
12.
Oh,
That's
12.
guidance?
Yeah. Let's see what would happen if I rolled D10. This doesn't count. Just want to know.
Doesn't count.
See, it would have been a 1. Fuck
One. Goodness. So, clearly too early for this information. Harry and Thomas share another look, and he looks to you and he says, I'm sorry. It's very clear this is important to you, but I just, you'll have to come about the information another way. I'm not giving it to you.
Is there a way he can earn it?
Earn his death from me? No.
Well, that he can prove that he's capable.
Not willing to kill himself over it? He seems pretty. That's a pretty straightforward answer from him. I'm not going to send someone to their death. I've made that mistake before. I'm sorry.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Thomas clears his throat and says, "Fighting arenas." So, first and foremost,
Fino walks out.
Fino walks out. You're gonna want to avoid the
Casual.
skillet. Kezra walks out too.
Yeah.
Okay. First and foremost, you want to avoid the skillet. That's where Kid Bloodkith fights. He doesn't lose. You don't want to go there. You'd also probably want to avoid the gouging sport. He frequents that sometimes too. Honestly, as newcomers, you're going to want to start off on Dis 3. If you're just looking for recreation, I suggest the Dented Shield. If you're really looking for some, really test your skills in some very questionable safety combat, you're looking at the Crooked Blade. Now, all these fights have some kind of rules and regulations to them. Just some arenas have healers on standby, and others don't. Dented Shield would be one that has healers. Crooked Blade, the one that doesn't. The ones that don't, you get more betting from the crowd, which in turn gives a higher payout as the arena to take a percentage of bets. If you, well, is this a one-off, or are you guys looking to enter competition in earnest?
I don't think we thought that far yet, Jerry, did we?
Chris?
You're muted, Chris.
Still there.
Unmuted, muted, unmuted.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go.
I just want to murder. Legally, of course. Whatever it takes to get there.
Well, Crooked Blade, PS Breastplate, Serrated Arrow, all your bets. Watch yourself. Kill and or be killed is how that usually runs. But pays a pretty penny. It's exciting. Challenging for some. Don't go on 4th day or 8th day.
What happens on the 4th and 8th day?
You get more supernaturally enhanced people those days.
Question for the DM: Are we still operating on 10 days?
Yes. Those days you get more supernaturally enhanced. Like myself, I don't do that anymore. But 4th and 8th is usually when those kind of people show up.
Noted.
All right.
Are they all one-on-one, or are you allowed to enter as a pair?
You could enter with a number of people you want. The competition will be selected accordingly.
Perfect.
Good night. Sorry to cut out right now.
Huh?
He had to drop.
Yeah, he bounced.
Okay, Greg.
Okay.
We're wrapping up soon. Thomas nods and says, well, let me know when you go. I'll come watch. I'm sure it'll be very exciting. And keep an eye on your friend. I know the look of someone fighting the past. It makes you reckless. Do things you probably shouldn't. Just, keep an eye on him.
Oh, you mean our friend over there with the oddly intimate relationship with death?
Yes. He does look willing to do anything, and that's a dangerous person.
Me?
No, not you. The
Oh.
half-dead tiefling.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, names are tricky for me. But just
It's okay. There's more of us than you. So I get how the name thing gets confusing.
right. You guys are the UGAI. I got that down. I know you're Jerick,
No.
is your asshole.
Wait, what?
You made me break your hand, so I'm gonna remember that.
It was just a friendly. Oh, okay.
No, it was. At any rate, just watch your friend, right? Make sure he's not put in front of anyone who will offer him something for what he wants.
Okay. This game.
It'd be in your best interest to intercede if that comes up. That's all I'm saying.
We need to find if you know a new sword. Okay.
Pretty much.
Thomas says, all right, I need to finish patching him up. Ribs aren't going to heal themselves overnight.
When you guys walk out, there are 3 bodies that are disemboweled, blood smeared over the doors, and Pheno's nowhere to be found. No, I'm playing around.
But what are you guys
Yeah,
doing outside, by the way? We have a few moments to wrap up what's happening outside before we call the session.
Pheno is he's kind of just sitting against the house. Probably just trying to just blend in. And just kind of thinking to himself, trying to figure out his next move.
Catcher came out right behind you. Okay.
He's not like being rude, but he's just kind of into himself right now. He's saying things to her.
No, she's just sitting there quietly.
So you guys are simply quiet together before the rest of the group comes out and rejoins you. And you all make your way back.
Before we leave
Mhm.
the house, I wanted to take the wand that we stole in Dresden.
Oh.
I imagine you have the skills to tell me what this is.
You, the magic
You wouldn't
correctly. He
mind.
takes it. He takes it and he kind of blinks his eyes and one eye changes color. And he looks at it. This is a broken wand of lightning bolts. And he hands it over. Be careful.
Are they
with
fixable?
that. No. That's fucked. But it works to a degree. It can hold a maximum of 8 charges. Can cast the spell Lightning Bolt. Except, generally, Lightning Bolt has a range of 100 feet. If I'm looking at this correctly, that has been changed to an area effect. of about 20 feet, and the user is included. I don't know how helpful that is, but that's what you got.
Interesting. Okay. Thank you.
Where did you get that from?
We helped a young man carry some. Honestly, I don't know what it was he was carrying.
Well, I think you saved his life, so good on you. All right.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna use this.
You all head out, rejoin your two compatriots, make your way back to the overfilled tankard. You call it a session there. I will create that object over the week and put that into your inventory, Manny, so you'll have your broken wand of lightning bolts.
Is this a saving throw, right? For that?
Lightning? Yeah, for half damage. Dex save.
Advantage on that.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
We're wrapping up.
Going to it for a dire situation.
Yes. I mean, that's a pretty chunky output, depending on how many charges you want to spend on it. But
depending on how many people are around me,
that's the thing too.
So it's centered on the user.
Correct.
You can't put it away from you.
Well, you have to cast out of it. If you can figure out a way to get
so
around
basically,
that,
I need to find something that gives me resistance to lightning.
Yeah,
And I'm
or
looking
get a
at either
mage
half
hand.
or
Can you run a
quarter
mage hand and
damage.
cast out of the mage hand?
cast out of a mage
Use the
hand?
mage-
I would say no, not casting. Mage hand can pick locks. It can lift small things.
Right.
But I wouldn't say a mage hand can shoot a crossbow either.
All right.
Could I give it my shadow spirit? Hold shit.
What about a wand condom?
Is it?
I'm sorry?
It is a creature. Has a stat block, so I imagine it would be able to hold things, right?
Creature with stats?
It is a medium monstrosity. Dex score of 16.
Mm-hmm. Does it have any intelligence? You don't have to be super smart to use
4.
a wand. 4. Oh wow, that's like super fucking low.
Right. That'd be super smart. That's super fucking dumb.
That's tricky, Maddie. That was tricky. Can you give it commands, or do you just pull it up and point at something and it goes?
It has its own turn. It goes after me. But it has two different attacks that I can make. 3 different attacks if I bring the despair version.
Toss up. Oh, you may have to try it and find out. See how it goes. That's a really interesting one though. Shadow Spark. That's fascinating.
Next upgrade, I could just take summon demon and just hand it to a fucking demon.
Yeah, demon can do it.
Let us all just fucking pray.
We could call it a wandom.
Why you?
Why are we still on this?
Because you put it on it and it protects you. We just created something together, guys. Us three. We did this. A wandom.
Wow.
Protects the user.
But then it would also prevent it from attacking.
Nope,
the
because
target.
the wandom, look, Manny, unlike condoms, the wandom has an open tip. That's the only part that's open. It's just the tip.